Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Got a good one for y'all today. Got a lot to get into. DraftKings updated their board. They put up the William Forster fight, and now it's taking it down. William Forster was minus 170, and Yakubov was plus 220 in what is a really, really interesting fight. Hopefully that's back up by the end of the live stream, guys. But it's good to have everyone here, guys. Please smash the like button, subscribe, share the video. Join the Patreon if y'all have not already, guys. I'm going to put the link in the description. Join the Patreon. $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice. I've already given you one lock of the week. I'm going to get you guys another lock of the week. What's up, GG? What up, JJ Cooking? Guys, do join the Patreon. $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. Gets you the lock of the week. It gets you asked to book you anything. Gets you request a video. It gets you access to the Discord. In the Discord, we do the live betting, the updated props. We give you all the best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe, which is $5 a month. Just $5 a month gets you all the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. So join the Patreon. It's linked in the chat. It's pinned in the description. It's pinned in the chat. It's in the ticker below. It's in the description. $5 a month. Join the Patreon. We also stream fights there, so it's just a great community to be a part of. Make sure to join the Patreon. $5 a month. After you guys do that, head on over to carnivalbar.com. That's carnivalbar.com. Make sure to use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. That's the nutrition of a steak, the convenience of a bar. Carnivalbar.com. It's the world's only high-fat, grass-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move in stores for years. Get your travel autonomy and freedom back. That's carnivalbar.com. It's a meal in your pocket. Use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. Use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. All right, let's get into today's show. So it's already Wednesday. This week is like flying by. We're already at the midway point. May or may not do another show today. Not sure. Going to check the schedule. Got a lot going on. I may or may not bring you guys another show. I want to cover a lot today, guys. Ask me anything. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, let me know. I want to get to all of it, guys. Do super chat and support the channel. Super chats are always available. So is Cash App at 3D Boxing 817. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. If Mike, I'm trying to get in contact with my boy Mike. Follow Mike TV. I watched his fights. I watched a bunch of Mason Cartwright. I'm trying to get in contact with this dude, and we're playing phone tag back and forth. We're playing phone tag back and forth. I'm trying to get a hold of him. I'm going to message him right now. All right. I just messaged Mike Tyler. Checked out his fights. Pretty good looking fighter. Pretty decent looking fighter. He's fighting Mason Cartwright. I got a lot of thoughts from him. I wanted to go over with him. But let me know. If you're listening, Mike, I just messaged you. Let's follow Mike TV. He's in the chat all the time. One of the favorites here. We got a lot to get into. DraftKings updated the book. Like I said, they had the William Forster fight up, then they took it down, which was super gay. But it's a really good fight. I want to get into it, guys. Let me get into a couple of things first here. All right. Let me get into some of your comments. The Real is in the house. What up? Real says, when are Reach and Stank supposed to fight again? Roach and Tank. Roach, I've never seen it. Let's look it up together. Peterson, Roach, and Davis rematch. It was initially slated for August. The city's likely other important issues. It's now expected to be pushed back 1 to 2 weeks. That can't be right. It's saying the 23rd or the 30th, but that can't be right. I got nothing. No. Does anyone know when the rematch is? Oh yeah, I wanted to do the poll too because yesterday you guys were speaking blasphemous about how much you think Dillian White. And I don't think Dillian White's going to win. I want to put that out there right now. But I did want to ask this poll question because I asked who on Ituama's resume could even compete with Dillian White, and you guys said. Somebody said Dempsey McKean. I think others kind of agree with us. I wanted to do that poll. If they fought next, who wins? All right, guys, the poll is live. Do vote in the poll. Do vote in the poll. I am intrigued. I want to know if anyone thinks that was just blasphemy. If we were just talking reckless, does anyone actually think Dempsey McKean would beat Dillian White? I think that is wild. But let me get to the rest of these. What's good, G? What's good? DJ's good to have you here. I think Ituama KO's White within 7. 7 I would get on board with. It's a 4.5. I'm having. I said 5. I said 6 was my guess. What betting site you use? I use my bookie, but it doesn't show today's cards or the weekend fights. I don't know why. I use DraftKings. I can't think today. I use DraftKings. DraftKings is what I typically use. DraftKings is what I use for this. DraftKings is the book I always show on the site. So I use DraftKings. They never confirmed the fight, bro. Yeah, I know. How confident are we that Ituama wins by stop? I'm confident he wins by stoppage, JJ. I'm confident he stops him. What I'm not super confident is just the 4.5. The 4.5 against it's a major step up in opposition. I would lay off the 4.5. What up, Boston? If you're new after Al Gary is a different animal, we will come up this week. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Gary Austin. I appreciate that. Havelock is here, so there's no getting fined. No fine for Havelock. Good to have you aboard. You came in a little late yesterday. I was able to make sure you didn't get fined yesterday. I was able to work around that a little bit. So no fine for yesterday. You did show up, although it was very, very late, Havelock. We got it. This week's going to be a home run. That's good to know, Austin. What you think for the Pro Box? It's on Friday. There's not a lot on. I like William Forster. My book took the fight down. I don't know what's going on with that. I had Forster at -1. I had Forster at +170, and I had Yobakov at -220. I like William Forster at -170. I like that a lot. I think that's something we could definitely make money on. But what I really like in that fight, what I really, really, really like in that fight is the over. To me, that thing is definitely going over. I would lock up the over. Forster is safety first. I think he's going to be off the back foot more, right? So if you can get an over or to go the distance, I would take that on William Forster. I want to look up something real quick. Does FanDuel have it? Hang on. Hang on one second. Does FanDuel have any props on this fight? Let me see. Hang on. Let me share this with y'all. Where was that guy that was betting on esports? All right, so they got a little bit different odds. They got minus 205 and plus 150. They got Forster at plus 150. All right, so not quite as good, but not far off. Plus 150. I still like William Forster. Do they have props on this? No. All right. Guys, if you can get the over on this, I would definitely take the over on this Forster fight. Right now, I'm leaning towards Forster, but this is a very, very close fight. This is a very, very 50-50 fight to me. I think this line is about right. I figured Yakubov would be a favorite, but I think stylistically, if he brings the fight to Forster, and Forster can just box up the back foot, he's too quick for him, his jab is too good, and he'll win. The problem is Forster's not good coming forward, and Yakubov's not good going backwards. Forster is willing to go forward. Forster is hard. I think Forster is exceptionally skilled. I think he's a very, very good fighter. He's a very talented fighter. He just doesn't seem to have any fire, any motivation. Like he seems to just be lackadaisical, kind of going through the motions in a lot of these fights. But I think he's highly, highly skilled, and I think he could box circles around Yakubov. I think Forster wins, but I think the better bet here, the best bet here is that this thing just goes the distance. Just take the distance on this fight. I think that's your absolute best bet. But if you're going to bet this, I would take Forster and probably Forster by decision if you can get those props. The rest of it is chalk, though. The rest of it, we'll look at the rest of the card. The rest of it is chalk. The fight is off as of now. Yeah, he was asking if there was a new date. There is no date. Muscles is here. Let's go, Muscles. What up, Muscles? Bro, Dillian is so washed. If Moses doesn't stop him, I think Moses is gonna. I think Moses is gonna stop him. Jab. I do. The question, so to me, how does Dillian White fight this fight? I think Dillian comes out protective, stays behind the high guard, very selective, looks to land one shot, stays defensively responsible, not trying to get caught, trying to time something, trying to time a big shot, because he's still gonna have power. He's still a big hitter. He's still always only one shot away from winning a fight. Do I think he lands that shot? No, I think he gets stopped. That's why I think the best bet on this fight, is either Ituama by stoppage or the fight not to go the distance. The fight's not going the distance. We all agree. I don't even think Dillian White can fight 10 rounds anymore. So the fight's not going the distance. He's getting stopped at some point. The only question is when, right? Is it in the first 4.5 rounds? Or does it come after, second half of the 5th round or later? It's a very, very intriguing fight in that sense, right? But what I do think is a great bet is the fight not to go the distance and Ituama by stoppage. You could take either one of those things, and I think you're absolutely beautiful. So I think there's a lot this week. I think there's a good money-making opportunity this week. I think there's a lot to get into. For sure. I for sure think it's a good week. But no, guys, do vote in the poll. I think Dylan is washed, and I think he gets stopped. There's some inside info on the Pro Box card Friday night. Yes, sir. William Forster, safety first, off the back foot. Tripping. I can show you different fights from Forster where Forster fights off the front foot and Forster fights off the back foot. Right? Like I've said this about Shakur Stevenson. And everyone told me Shakur Stevenson fights predominantly off the back foot. No, he doesn't. He pulls back. But I pointed this out many, many times, especially in the Parlay and the Harden fight, but in other fights too. He's fighting off the front foot. He's coming forward. He's pulling back, right? But Forster fights both ways. I can show you 5 fights, 10 fights of Forster. 5 of them fighting off the front foot, 5 of them fighting off the back foot. I just did the tape on him. I'm a big Forster guy. I think Forster is very, very skilled. I actually think he's best when he's off the back foot, just winning rounds. When he's off the back foot, he's so skilled and so talented. He can just win rounds. Right. If you watch the Erdison Garcia fight, he just chased Erdison Garcia around the ring and lost every round. That's not how he fights. That's not his. He does fight that way. He shouldn't fight that way. He's capable of fighting a lot more, is what I'm trying to say. I don't have any overs in DraftKings. DraftKings sucks all of a sudden. FanDuel just added more fights, but not props. Yeah, I know. These thoughts on Castillo versus Bunch over. Do we have an over on it? These pro box cards aren't always the easiest to bet. Let me look and see if we have Starling Castro, Sonard Bunch. I don't have an over on it. Starling Castro, Starling Castillo. I keep calling him Starling Castro, a former Chicago Cub infielder. Starling Castillo. He gets knockouts, but he hasn't gotten knockouts recently, right? Like he's been going the distance recently. And then Sonard Bunch. It's a tough fight, guys. It's a tough fight to bet. 21-2. Sonard Bunch. I'd probably take it's a 10-rounder or a 12-rounder. 10 rounds. I would take the over. I'd take the over. I prefer DraftKings over FanDuel. It's a toss-up. I'm waiting on DraftKings to drop the props on the Pro Box card. Can't wait for that. What's the inside info? David wants to know the inside info on the Pro Box card. Everybody books has its days. Yeah, you're right about that, Jab. Bet 365 had the over force to fight. I would take it. I would take it. I'm so confused on how to bet on esports. They took it down. Yeah, everything's coming down. I don't know. Inside info on which fighter on Pro Box. There's an inside info on Dominic Valle. He's a monster and different. Gee, how confident are you in Goodman and why? Like I said, I'm 55% confident in Goodman. It's a 50-50 fight. What it comes down to is, can Goodman keep Ball at the end of his shots, right? Ball needs to be inside. Goodman's got good feet. He can work his angles. He can work the center of the ring. If he can consistently keep Ball at the end of his shots, he's going to win the fight. If he cannot, if Ball consistently gets on the inside, Ball's going to win the fight. So it's like, is Ball good enough to consistently get inside? And which one's going to happen more? To me, this is a very, very close fight. I love the over. Take the over. Take it to go the distance. I definitely think we're going to see the cards on this one. But I think Ball gets on the inside and has some success, and Goodman is able to keep him off at other times, right? So it's not like one or the other. It's not like Ball's going to get the whole thing out of phone booth. If he does, Ball steamrolls him. If Goodman gets this for 12 rounds, keep him on the outside, he's going to pitch a shutout. You're going to have moments. And to me, Goodman, think of Fulton and Figueroa, first fight, between Cool Boy and the Heartbreaker, right? The cleaner shots from the outside is what catches the judge's eyes. I think that's Goodman landing those shots. Ball's going to be on the inside. The shots that Goodman lands may not be more effective, but they're more eye-catching. They're more glaring. So the judges score those. So to me, this is a very close fight. It's a very close decision. Take the over. I'm putting money on Goodman by decision because it's plus 550. It's a very close fight. It's a very, very close fight. Fister lacks power. Waiting for the odds to open for Wellham Mandoro fight. Def think he gets the stoppage. What up, Marta Prince? Chalk just means the favorite. Just picking the favorite, right? Like if you just pick all the favorites, that's called going chalk. I don't know why. Let me see if I can find out why. Let me see. Let's see what AI has to say about going chalk meaning. In the context of sport betting, going chalk means betting on the heavy favorite or the side expected to win. Origins in horse racing. In the early days of betting, especially horse racing, odds were displayed on a chalkboard. Heavy favorites received a lot of action, meaning their odds were frequently adjusted and erased and rewritten. The constant updating caused the name of the... Okay. There you go. That's why it's called going chalk. Starling is beating. I think so, but for sure, no, I absolutely think so. But the question was the over. Does he stop him? Does it go the distance? I like the over. I like the over. But no, I definitely do think Starling is winning that fight. I agree. Starling fight should go the distance. I tend to agree. Lex Luthor. Julia says White going to clinch, hold, and run for his life. I think he's going to be very, very defensive minded, trying to kind of survive out the fight. Kind of, not survive the fight, but survive the storm and land something big. He's going to be looking to land something big. I really think that's it. What's up, Christian Hernandez, my dude? It's good to have you here. Lex Luthor, the Bull is their golden boy. I still believe Ray Ford beat him. It was very, very close. I mean, I don't think you can get upset either way. It was exceptionally close. Christian Hernandez, yeah, Forster does have fights when he fights off the back. He does. I just watched him. Shakur stands in front of you all night. People just don't know what they're looking at. So thank you. Watch more footage on Ergovich. I'm on the Ergovich boat now. Good chin. Zhang couldn't stop him versus Dubois. If I get stopped by a cut, who knows how it would have finished versus Joyce. I don't really like him. I didn't really like him. David Adelaide doesn't have enough output to stop him. I agree. He barely throws. He does not let his hands go. Under 1.5 knockdowns, Ball Goodman. I love this prop. Absolutely. Muscles. When you release that inside information, people want to know who we betting on Friday. I just got here. We're betting on the over on William Forster, and then we're taking all the favorites. You think Ergovich Adelaide over 8.5 is worth it? No. Mm-mm. No. No. I don't love that bet. Is Mizuki Hirota worth throwing into? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad bet at all. I like Dominic Baye. There's three brothers Pro Box liked him. Yes, they do. When you're releasing the inside info in Johnny's Discord, Bull unanimous decision. Bull rushes in. I agree, PJ. Possible, but too risky. Just take Ergovich on the money line. What's your parlays for Friday? I'm going to get those out for you guys today. I will get those out for you today. When the odds drop, I will take Sasumi versus Ashfaq to go the distance. Interesting. If you get a props on that. In my opinion, if a guy hasn't fought a certain way in a while, that he just doesn't fight like that anymore. Well, doesn't that depend on his opponent? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you fight Tank Davis, and then you fight Lamont Roach, or if you fight William Zepeda, and then you fight Hector Tanahara, you're going to fight them differently, right? So what I'm saying is it depends on your level of, not your level of opposition, but your opposition, the opponent, the man in front of you as well. Like, I don't know if Follow Mike TV is here, but if Follow Mike TV is up in here, he's fighting Mason Cartwright. Mason Cartwright's got plants his feet in the ground, wants to fight. If you can move and you can circle, you can frustrate him. There's other times where Mike is fighting and he's standing in. To me, I would say just keep moving. If you keep moving Mason Cartwright, you keep turning him. He's slow and he's going to get frustrated, and you can just outbox him from the outside, and he's too slow and not skilled enough to get inside. Do we think a Ford KO is possible? It's possible. If the reports are correct that Nova is not taking camp seriously, that this is not a good camp, and he's just kind of becoming an opponent, it's more possible. I can't bet my money on it. I can't bet on my money that Raymond Ford's going to get a stoppage. Is it possible in this particular situation? A stoppage is. I don't think he's going to knock him out cold, but can he get an accumulation type knockout? Does he just quit? Do I stop it because he's not competitive? Yes, it's possible. I can't bet my money on it though. That's definitely fair, bro. I hear that. Forster appears to be a shot fighter right now with zero power and zero strength. I'd stay away from him. I could probably give him a run for his money. I still think Forster is exceptionally skilled. I don't know what his deal is. Ford stops him. Oh, wait. What? Ford stops who? Ford stops. Are we talking? Ford stops Nova? I'm just confused because we were talking about Forster, William Forster. But you're saying Ford stops Ball. Okay, I got you. All right, we're good. Nova only got one KO. Only got KO once. That was by a super hard hitter. I think Ford goes this. I think he goes distance too. Ford by KO. Ford stops Nova. See, this is my next poll question. Guys, vote in the poll. Do vote in the poll. Post in the poll. 18. Okay, I respect this. I posted this almost 20 minutes ago, and there are some of y'all out there who do believe that Dempsey McKean that Dillian White is so washed and so shot that he might actually lose to Dempsey McKean. I just don't think he's that shot. Like, it's a little wild to me. But guys, do keep voting in that poll. Do keep voting in that poll. I'm interested in the outcome of this poll. I truly am. Guys, do keep voting in that poll. Fair. I like Ford, so I don't want to be reaching. Ford is not a KO boxer. He fights. He goes the distance, and Nova is coming to win. If Nova is coming to win, then Ford wins the decision. If Nova isn't coming to win, if Nova's coming for a paycheck, he still probably goes the distance. But who knows? I'm not, just take Ford on the money line. Is he coming to win? Is there any credence to the claims that Nova is? I don't know. Inside info. Here is Muscles Brown with the inside info. Tommy and Paulie work me. Paulie has been sparring Dominic Valle and said he's a beast and is going to stop this guy before 8 rounds. He said he's high on both brothers. Told me. Yeah, we got it. Told me. So Muscles is saying that Tommy Rayon and Paulie is sparring Dominic Valle and said he's a beast and he's going to stop this guy. Why has Paulie been sparring anybody? Because Paulie's fighting again. Yeah, there it is. Because Paulie's fighting again. Nova gets dropped all the time. Ford is too quick with too much pop. He will be stopped to the body. Oh, Lord of mercy. No, I'm with you. All right, let me pull up my book real quick. You guys have been a good audience today. Guys, questions, comments, thoughts, super chats. Super chats are always appreciated. Show love, support the channel. You guys are truly the best audience. I want to get into this. They still don't have the Forster fight. We got the Forster odds. I like the fight to go over. I like the Forster fight to go the distance. I think it's a very, very close fight, very, very competitive fight. I think Yakubov is flawed too. I think Forster edges this thing out. I mean, I'm putting Gary Russell Jr. in my parlays. What the hell's going on here? We got Marcus Valle. I like this a lot. Dominic Valle, I like that. And then we got the Hirota fight. Sterling Castro. Omar Trinidad. There it is. They got it right here. There it is, right there. And they have no part. Okay. So for Friday, I like Forster. I love the over. I love Trinidad. Sterling Castro. I definitely think Castro's going to win. Hirota, I think you could throw in your parlay. Dominic Valle, I would definitely pick. Marcus Valle is probably a good pick. And Gary Antoine Russell is a good pick as well. Right now, I'm working on Forster and Yakubov. After that, I'm going to get to Valle and Georges, I think. I'm going to try to get some of these fights in. Dominic Valle, Alan Ivor. I'm going to try to get most of these fights in. But right now, I do think you could just parlay this. 7-pick parlay at plus 154. That's some crappy odds right there. But this looks pretty good to me. Gary Antonio Russell, Marcus Valle, Dominic Valle, Hirota, Castro, Trinidad. I think that we can mix some of these things in. I think that's a pretty good card that we can work on. We're definitely gonna make some money this week. We can figure this out. We can piece this together. I'm gonna put the over. Once I get the prop on that, I'm gonna put the over on that as well. I'm gonna get the over on the Ford fight. The over on the William Forster fight. I'm gonna have the over on this. I'm gonna parlay it with some of this stuff, and we'll get you guys a parlay for Friday as well. All right. Fade watch. Who's catching the fade? Who's catching the fade? Valle is a minus 1,600 favorite. I hope he stops him. Yeah, we're gonna look at the stoppage on that. He should. We're gonna look at the stoppage on that. It's an 8-rounder. Damn, an 8-rounder. He might not even get props. Possibly. If not, just add him to your parlay. He's a lock. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Just put him on your lock. It's easy money. What do you think about Starling Castillo? I keep calling him Starling Castro. Starling Castillo. No, I definitely think he wins. I absolutely think he wins the fight. I think you can. I'm gonna build around him. I'm gonna work some. I'm gonna try to do some tape on some of these fights. But I definitely think Starling Castillo is gonna win that fight. Yo, hope you are. Good to hear. Good to have you here, humble couple guys. Do vote in the poll. Do vote in the poll. Is Marcus Valle in a tough fight? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know much about Louis Georges. He's never fought outside of the DR. I'm going to watch some tape. I'm going to do some tape on this fight. I'm going to get you guys an answer to this. That's probably what I'm going to do after the Forster fight. Up to muscles. Y'all act like Nova doesn't have power. He's not a big hitter. He's not feather fist or thing like that, but he's not a big hitter. Muscles. Tommy and Paulie said Dominic brother is also in a tougher fight. He should definitely win though. PJ, are you picking Nova, my guy? Is anyone picking Nova? I don't think anyone picked Nova. I just think he's saying, Nova is not. Just like I'm not picking Dillian White, of course, but I'm just saying I think that fight's tougher than people expect, and I think PJ is saying that the Nova fight is tougher than people expect, and maybe it is. It's just that the reports coming out of Nova's training camps are not good. It's not good. Hang on. All right. I'm not picking Nova. I think it's going to go the distance. My inkling is it does go the distance. I'm just with the reports that I'm hearing. I'm not comfortable betting on that. I'm really not. Let me check my poll, guys, real quick. 20 votes. You guys aren't voting in my poll. Guys, do vote in the poll. It's overwhelming. You guys think Dillian White is gonna it would beat Dempsey McKeon. I just wanted to see where because I think Ituama is going to win, and I think Ituama is a great prospect. I'm just saying my entire point was that he hasn't fought anybody. And I said, is there any – and you guys, Dillian White said, okay, is there anyone on his resume, on Ituama's resume, that could even compete with Dillian White? And somebody said that Dempsey McKeon would win, and a couple people kind of doubled down on that, and I thought that was wild. That was wildly inappropriate. So I want to take a poll on it. And, 23% of you guys, that's not nothing. That's something, right? 5 of you guys out there think that Dempsey McKeon could beat Dillian White. So I'm assuming that you guys think that Dillian White is super shot, which he is. I still think he's not that shot where he's going to lose. Guys, please smash the like button. Subscribe to Dempsey McKeon. Under 1.5 knockdowns for Nova? Yeah, I would take that. Yes, sir. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. In just a minute. Let me know if you guys have I'm guessing Jab said Dempsey McKean would beat Dillian White. What's Dempsey McKean's best win? I don't even know off the top of my head. Dempsey McKean sucks. Let me see. Patrick Corte. All right, that's a win. There's a win. Under 1.5 knockdown on foot. Nobody's interested in going back and forth. Yeah, it is. I just want. Is Dillian White going to go past 4.5 rounds? I think he does. You guys disagree with that? That may be an old question that we can only knock it off. But my inkling is that it goes beyond 4.5, but I'm not super confident in that. I'm just taking Itzwama by stoppage and the fight not to go the distance. It'll be Dillian White if they fight. It'll be Dillian White if they fight. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap this up. I may or may not have a second show later today. I'm not sure. Hang on. Let me see. Muscles. I'm checking right now, Muscles. Hang on. All right, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen after the show because I'm gonna end it now. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. Appreciate everyone stopping by, guys. Please smash the like button if you have not already. Subscribe if you have not already. Join the Patreon if you have not already. Link is in the description. It's also in that little ticket below. $5 a month gets you a lock of the week. I already got one lockout this week. Gonna get you guys another lock, and then I'm gonna get you another lock. At least 2 more locks this week. So I'm going to get you guys at least 3 locks this week, guys. All right. Like, share, and subscribe. Follow me all forms of social media, guys. It is August 13th, 2025. From Texas to the world. Thank y'all. And God bless. No distance is minus 800 on DraftKings. Yeah, I think it's a good bet. All right, y'all.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.